Oh, okay, there it is. I'm like, why didn't it make any noise? Why didn't it make any noise? What are we doing? What's up, Rainbow? Okay, I think I figured out how to make chat not break every stream. Or like every other stream. If I'm doing it right. This stream should be about the same length as the last one, but it won't be an hour of ordeal talk. Since that's about how long that the last one was. What's up, Lynx? Let's beat this demon up.
Devil Jin. Get ready for the next battle.
I feel like they love putting me here, man.
Round one.
Next, we're gonna do regular Jin next. Ooh, super armor crazy. Pretty certain that last stream was 3 hours. Yeah, I think it might have been like maybe like a little over 3 hours. Oh, fuck yeah.
Round three. Fight.
Great duck. Nice. You know, you always got to get you a warm-up in. Always need to get you a warm-up in, man. Now we're gonna fight regular Jin. Let's put him in. It's like this nigga don't got regular people clothes. I like this map. This map reminds me of the swamp from Avatar. You know, like with the really big tree.
Round one.
Okay, just some mutual respect. Okay, the recovery frames on that is pretty good. I'm definitely blocking a lot better than I was like any other time I played this game, except for last stream. Last stream I had some pretty good defense. Nice. Oh, I missed. I fell short.
Round three. Fight.
That's so crazy. Nice.
You win.
Alright, let's see what them rank niggas is talking about today. Hopefully they're not on bullshit, man. Hopefully they're not on bullshit, bro. Alright, so last time we did my Latina fit. Let's throw on the let's throw on the Morgiana fit.
Sobieska.
I need to get her some more drip, bro. Like I need to like maybe like one pre-stream it'll just be me designing a fit for her. Let's do Jin's mom.
Jun Kazama.
Does she only have that fit?
Get ready for the next battle.
I need a new anime to watch, bro. Seriously. Somebody recommend me something to watch in chat right now. I'll watch it. I watched the first episode. Next stream I'll tell you how I feel about it. Oh, fuck that. That's crazy.
Get ready for the next
Just
battle.
seeing your comment. Yeah, bro. It's one of them ones. The editing is really good. I think there are some parts where the music can be turned down a tad.
Round one. Fight.
I fucked up. Oh, I wanted to grab him right there. Never give up. Oh, I didn't know it was a trick. That's crazy.
Round two. Fight.
Ooh, good hit, good hit. Bitch. Get this Dominican nigga up. Let me chill. Let me chill before I get... Yo, somebody go see that and fucking think I'm racist, bro. I promise I'm not. I'm just saying, don't he look a little Dominican, bro? Oh, that's so ass. Nice, thank you. Thank you for that.
Round four. Fight.
Good hit, good hit. Nice. Woo!
You win.
Umieram z głodu. Może później pójdziemy coś zjeść.
He said Dominican Lee is crazy. I definitely like the way you spliced it together, Nara. That was fire.
Round one. Fight.
Ooh, I love when the game do that. I love when the game do that. When I go for a low, but the character do something else that puts them high so it misses.
Fight.
It's just visually super cool to me. Good read, good read. Oh, good sidestep, good sidestep. Oh, he keep breaking my shit. Nice counter, nice counter. It's very balanced right now.
Round 3. Fight.
Ooh, I shouldn't have let go. I shouldn't have let go. I let go way too soon. Way too soon. Too much pressure. I can't let up. Too much pressure. I can't let up.
Fight.
Ooh, I'm reading him so beautifully right now. Check this out, check this out. He don't know what to do. He don't know what to do. He don't know what to do. He don't know what to do.
You win.
Umieram z głodu.
He don't know what to do.
Może później pójdziemy coś zjeść.
That's how I switched it up on him with the combo. He don't know what to do.
For the next battle.
That was the first fight, huh? Dominican, shout out all my Dominicans, bro. Nice pressure, looking like a different fighter from when we played. I might need a fade. Maybe it's because I played Street Fighter, so it's different now.
Come and get some. I dare you.
You know, like when you play something else and you play a different game, it's like the skills of that game transferred over.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh, you bitch. Boy, hell no. I'm not gonna let you come back off that.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, good hit. Shit hurt, bro. Grab his ass. Come on, man. Mans did not block low.
Fight.
Okay. Oh, that kick is so crazy, bro. Ooh, good counter, good counter. I'm not gonna let you get away with it though. Check this out. Bitch. Let's go, Lydia.
Mam chwilę przed kolejnym spotkaniem.
Let's go, Lydia.
Tamta restauracja jest jeszcze otwarta.
Show them why you rule a country. Show them why you rule a country. Thank you. If you're not gonna fight me, leave, bro. I have time for more fights. Like, I still got 10 more minutes, bro, until stream really start. All right, move around. What I'm gonna do is this. I like that. I like that little combo, bro.
Get ready for the next battle.
All right, Jin. I'm gonna let the cutscene play because I like their dialogue. All right,
Round
nigga.
1.
Guess not.
Fight.
Ooh. You need the combo to do that, Gengi? You suck. Oh, I'm gonna block the shit out of this bitch. Die, nigga. That's what you get for playing like that. That's what you get for playing like that.
2. Fight.
You're in the wrong rank. I'm gonna show you why you shouldn't be here. Kill him, bitch. I'm gonna show you why you shouldn't be here, bro.
Fight.
Good combo. Good combo. Good combo. It's still cheap though, cause you need assistance with it. I don't need assistance with my combo. Let me show you why you shouldn't be here, bro. Oh, I fucked up. I fucked up.
Final round. Fight.
Can't sidestep that? Oh, okay. Bitch, I told you shouldn't be here, nigga. I do not take this shit light. I do not take this shit light. Go back to the lab, bro. Work on your proper combos. I don't care about no promotions.
Round 1. Fight.
Perfect!
Round 2. Fight.
Good hit, good hit. Stop it.
Round 3. Fight.
Ooh, you lucky I couldn't grab you right there, Gangy. There it is, though. Okay. Ooh, you got me right now. I'm gonna be honest with you, you got me. Check me out, though. Lydia, come on. I'm doing the input, Lydia. You know you're not supposed to do that kick, but I'm gonna let it slide because we're up 2. Okay, you're playing a lot better right now, gang. Okay, you got your shit back. Okay.
Final
Lydia, let's lock in, please.
fight.
Ooh, I fucked up right there. We wasted his shit, though. Don't ever think that just because you came back, that shit yours, man. That shit was mine from the jump. It was never gonna be you, my nigga.
Battle.
I might have time for one more match. One more match.
Get ready for the next battle.
Bądźmy dumni z tej walki.
Round 1.
I feel like I fought you before. Oh, good hit. Nice. Nice defense. Nice defense.
Round 2. Fight. Round 3. Fight.
Okay. You gotta bide your time and know what combo to use. Bide your time and know what combo to use. Alright. That was my last one. I ain't gonna lie to you. See ya. See ya. See ya. I got it all on tape. Check the tape. Check the tape. That was 3 matches. Actually, that was what, 5 matches? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches. 6 matches, 6 wins. This one was a sweep. This one was a sweep. Semi-sweeps. These were hard fought. These were hard fought. He earned his 2 rounds. These were hard fought. But I still got the dub. It was destined to be mine, bro. 6 matches, 6 wins, and we ranked up. Let's get out of here, man. Let's go ahead and switch gears. Let's go ahead and switch gears and get to proper action. Shout out Lydia. Shout out Lydia. Can't do it without her. I need to get her a new fit. She's rocking the same fits. You need to get her a new fit. Okay. So now we can move on to actual subject matter of the stream. He said rare that I'm late. That's funny. You just missed me fucking wipe in Tekken. Boy, I washed them niggas. Them boys got did dirty on live. Them boys got did dirty. You missed it. But like you're not really late at the same time because like we just now starting. Like we just now getting to the main subject. Okay, so last stream, I knocked out a decent portion of the protagonist section, the storytelling / the way it unfolds section. I think this stream we're gonna focus on character exposition, specifically with Samura more than Chihiro, since Chihiro's kind of his exposition is kind of different than Samura's. Samura's is way more in depth and way more he gives we see actually the reason he does what he does, which I will have to get into. So, and then dynamic movements of the characters. I'm not sure how I'm really gonna do that one. I might just combine these two, but who knows. But I think this is what we're gonna focus on because I have to go basically back and kind of reread from the moment we see Samura kill Chihiro, basically, right? The moment we see Chihiro kill Samura. So, alright, do I have that? Okay, so the Sword Bear arc is 46 to chapter 60. Alright, so let's lock in with that first then. Let's lock in with that first. Let's see, what chapter should I go with? Maybe like 60? Just actually no. Nah, we don't want 60. We want like 52 maybe. Okay, so that's that chapter. So maybe 58 then. Yeah, okay. So okay, yeah, so he has Kumayuri. He has Kumayuri. Now we're at 7 minutes early. Okay, so this is basically right after the fight that happened where what is it called? Senkutsuji, right? Senkitsuji, right? So this is right after that fight, basically. Now, did he actually... What I do want to know, just for proper context, did they drop the blade off to him? Okay, here. So, they're trying their hardest. Okay, so I don't need a lecture. What I need is this Tobemune Crow, and then he uses the feathers abilities of Tobemune, and then he knocks all of them out. Right? You guys are finished. Okay. What I don't remember is, if I'm being honest with you, I don't remember how they got Tobemune. I don't know how they have this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how they have this, but he has it. I love the way this sword looks, by the way. I love it. Okay, so now we can go back to what, 58? 58, and get our proper context for everything that will follow and with Samura's character. Okay. Now, before we do that fully, how much water do I have? Okay, I have a fair amount of water. I got some cookies over here to the side. I eat a cookie real quick. I'm just gonna eat a cookie real quick on stream. Yo, close box. Peanut butter cookie. This specific one is really good. It's a good start to the stream. Oh yeah. That's hitting the spot right now, man. That's really hitting the spot. What's y'all favorite type of cookie? Personally, I'm a really big fan of chocolate chip, but like I also love a really good snickerdoodle cookie, bro. I used to love Oreos back in the day, but like they don't taste the same now. It's like you can taste the fakeness in them now, you know? But I do still love cookies and cream ice cream, or like the Oreos or maybe like dipped in milk or something, or I guess if they're just in ice cream in general. Sugar cookies. Sugar cookies are really a hit or miss. They're really a hit or miss for me, especially like depending on like what's in them. So like some people will do like sugar cookies, and then they'll like do the sugar cookies with M&Ms, right? But I really like. I feel like the better M&M cookie is more like the chocolate chip style cookie, but with M&Ms instead. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a better cookie taste. You know? I think sugar cookies are like bottom five for me. My favorite type of cookie is the same type of ice cream, mint. Like thin mints, or like Oreo mints, or like I guess it does it really matter? Like if it just has that mint flavor. Thin mints are really good by themselves though. Thin mints like with ice cream is also fire, bro. Have you ever had that? That is a fire combination. Personally, I don't really like lemon cookies or like lemon type of desserts. I might be able to do like a lemon like pound cake, maybe, but lemon like desserts and like cookies just not it for me, bro. Not it for me. And remember to stay hydrated, bro. I'm gonna have to get some water in a little bit, or not in a little bit, but at some point. All right, chapter 58 is where the introduction of like sort of what Samura is gonna be setting up to be doing. Is where we're really gonna start that process, and this is where we start Samura's character exposition. So how I was gonna do the video originally, honestly, I didn't really have an idea for it. I'm not gonna lie. You're actively listening and watching me like set this up as I go, because I didn't really have a proper plan for it. I didn't like know how I was gonna do it. However, I was gonna do a character deep dive, or not necessarily a character deep dive, but more or less a character deep dive of Samura as a separate video. But the way this video is setting up to be, I might just do what I was gonna do with that video for the character exposition section instead, right? Because I feel like he's probably the best character or a character who has the best exposition. And I think you could only even say somebody like his daughter would even come close, right? Just because they kind of go hand in hand in what we learn about them. Let me show y'all some of the Kagurabachi video ideas I had, right? Okay, so there's that one. Yeah, okay, so I already had a decent setup for it right here, right? So the analysis. And I think I even brought it up in the last stream, right? Where right here. You like scroll the way I want you to scroll, please. I don't want you to go too far up. Okay, doesn't matter. All right, nice. Anyway, so obviously this is the video we're doing right now. This is gonna be the title of the video when I actually post it, right? And then this was gonna be a separate video, right? And then I also mentioned last stream the duality of Chihiro and Hirohiko. I think this is a pretty interesting concept, and I already partially look at it with Chihiro's self-reflection. I think that's something I could touch on, but I think I'm gonna have to do Samura like how this video or how this template is kind of setting up to be, right? So let's go ahead and read where everything is so that we can kind of understand Samura a little better, and then we can look at if that's how we want to do that section of the video, since I don't really think any other character is going to properly fit in that section, in my opinion. Even in current chapters, I don't think a lot of characters have the same sort of exposition to his capacity. But again, this is also a why I like it, or like what made it really captivating when I did the reread. And Samura as a character in his entire section was one of the sort of like top 3 reasons, basically. Okay, so we have, I'll probably, if I do make it basically like that video is just this section of this video, I'll probably do the same title where it says the mind of Samura. Talk about his blindness, talk about his guilt of his past / the cover-up, his conviction to kill the sword bearers himself and die with the sword master, and then rebirth, shown the light and the truth, like the truth that is there's another way. Okay, that's actually a lot of reading. That's a lot of reading. All right, so the fact that I was able to read all of that and then kind of just jot those notes down is kind of fire. So let's try and get a really good understanding of Samura, why he's doing what he's doing, and then see if we can properly translate it into how I want this video to be. All right, so we're gonna start chapter 58. Remember the last chapter, Chihiro was fighting Hirohiko. He cut off both of his arms. They dropped Kumayuri so that Hirohiko could use it and escape from where Chihiro is at. And what else? Now, and of course Chihiro is surprised because he shouldn't be able to wield this because this guy is still alive, right? But this is, of course, 7 minutes prior to this specific moment, which is what we're going to look at right now, okay? All right, so they are at Senkutsuji, Eastern Gate. Are you okay, Hakuri? I gave you first aid. We can't fully treat you now. The best thing is to rest. Of course, your powers are essential to the Kamunabi, but also, for your own sake, you should know this. Pushing yourself too hard is dangerous. But thank you. We might never have seen Mr. Samura again. We can catch our breath now, even if it takes a while to treat you, or worst case, you never get better. Not that. The enemy forces are depleted. Probably. And... wait, this way? Okay. And we have Mr. Samura with Tobemune on our side. There's no need to rush. Alright, so everybody's, okay, so this is where everybody was at. Everybody was calm and cooling and chilling. I think he fell asleep right here. He wakes up. Everybody's on the ground. So this is this dude right here. Now he's on the ground, right? And they're talking. What's this all about, Mr. Samura? There's no blood. Are they just unconscious? Have you gone mad? I'm perfectly sane, Uruha. Since you got here, we haven't had a proper chance to talk. Listen, say we keep this up and recover all the enchanted blades. Does that solve anything? If it were that simple, Rokuhiro wouldn't have needed to lock away the enchanted blades after the war. I haven't held the enchanted blade Tobemune in 18 years. If I'm to wield this again in Kunishige Rokuhira's name, I have to root out evil and protect the weak. This also goes back to what I tried to kind of slightly touch on with Chihiro and Sojo's sort of conversation, where Sojo believes that Sojo's ideology in regards to the enchanted blades and Rokuhira is the fact that where is it at? That they are blades with made with the pure intent to kill, whereas Chihiro literally basically says this thing to defeat evil and protect the weak, right? So obviously Kunishigi was trying to do this when he made the blades, but somebody like Sojo also believes that if you're gonna make a weapon, it is used to kill, right? Most weapons aren't inherently used for the purpose of sparing lives. You're reaping them, right? So that's what that connects to right here as well. Right, that's why we need that sword to fight the Hishaku. They killed Mr. Rokuhira. They're evil. Yes, but there is an evil far filthier than the Hishaku. Oh, my homegirl just tried to FaceTime me, but didn't go through when I answered, so. Alright, there is an evil far filthier than the Hishaku. That must be punished even if it takes colluding with the Hishaku. Colluding? With the Hishaku? Evil? I'm talking about us, the sword bearers, Uruha. 18 years ago, we covered up what happened there. What happened there? We buried our crimes, and Rokuhira and the rest of us were lauded? Lauded as heroes. If that's what it took to restore society, we accept that. And then, youngsters who thought us to be heroes died to protect us from the Hishaku. They will continue to put their lives on the line for us. Their deaths versus our just deserts. There's no need to weigh the two, is there? All 5 sword bearers, including me, will die by my hand. Okay, and then I said have conviction to kill the sword bearers himself and die with the sword master. Okay, we'll learn about that later. We'll learn about that later. So what I should do, if I'm going to keep this the same, I'll copy this. Copy this there. I'll call it the Mind of Samura. I'll do I'll say concept introduced in chapter. He said this gen is ass. He watching he watching it back. That's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. Nara, catch up. Nara, catch up. We are not there anymore. This is what, chapter 55? 58? 58. I don't know why I said 55. Back to 58, okay. This nigga Nara funny, bro. This nigga Nara funny, dude. He talking about this shit is ass. We are not there anymore, dude. Catch up. Okay, right here. I'm talking about us, the sword bearers. Uruha. Okay, 18 years ago. Whoa. Oh, right here. Including me, will die by my hand. Surprise. Unlike the Hishaku, with Tobemune, I can slay just the sword bearers and spare their protectors. But if you kill me, the Hishaku will be able to use the Kumeyuri. Is that what you want? They're the ones who killed Mr. Rokuhira. I'll only let them use it briefly to kill the Sword Master. After that, I'll kill them all. I won't let them do harm with the enchanted blades. In fact, it's a convenient way to smoke out the blades. I told you, I intend to root out evil. Could the Hishaku outdo him with an enchanted blade? The chances are extremely slim. I won't let them do harm with the enchanted blades. I believe him. We settle everything connected to the enchanted blades, and we keep the kids out of it. Only the evildoers. Another thing I want to do with the conviction, I have to make sure I remind myself how basically long he was firm and set on doing this. So I want to like look at the chapter length, I guess. Okay, I understand where you're coming from. But those people died for me. I can't just throw away my life. Look at the building being destroyed. Sheesh. I can't stand. Mr. Uruha. Mr. Uruha will be killed, all because I transported Tobemune. It's just our egos. All that remains is to battle to the death. Okay, this is the moment where... if you don't know, they use the same sword style. He's just better at it. I think he either learned it from the same guy as him or learned it from him. I don't actually remember. All right, so they both step outside. They square off using the eye white purity style. Wait, Chihiro. So he's forcing himself to transport Chihiro there, I think. So they both dash forward, eye white purity style. Oh yeah, see, right here. So this is Samura, this is Uruha. They're using the same style. They both draw their blades. A leaf falls. They clash. Yet, Uruha is the only one slashed. And then, he witnesses it. He kneels. It's my fault. If only I'd pushed myself and transported Komeyuri. Oh no, quick, I have to. He grabs Tobemune. I love Tobemune, by the way. If I could have any enchanted sword from this series, it would be that one. I love that weapon. Okay, so he grabs it. He says, "You're going to shoulder this alone." He stabs him. Yes, nobody else has to endure this hell. Okay, so he goes unconscious, bringing Chihiro there. He slashes. Oh yeah, he actually cuts him some more. He cuts him, so he stabs him and actually strikes upward. And this is Hakuri bringing Chihiro to where they are, right? Chapter 58, Reunion. Another thing I like about this series is chapter title placement. It kind of hits similarly to me the way Brent will like put chapter or not chapter what is it called? Oh, what is that called? Talent descriptions. It hits the same way for me. Shout out my nigga, what is his name? Splendid. Shout out the series creators. He does the same thing when he introduces a power. He does the same thing at like that pivotal moment. And the author of this series does it as well. I like that the chapter isn't always at the start. It can be placed at sort of like a moment where it makes the most sense to. So the chapter is called Reunion, and when Chihiro actually finally reunites with Samura, it is at a crazy moment, right? But that's also where we can place the chapter and make the title Reunion feel even more melancholic, as opposed to it just being, okay, that's what the chapter is called, right? It's more like a, oh yeah, this is a reunion, but it's not a peaceful one. This is not a joyful moment, right? This is a very distraught and confusing moment for Chihiro, especially if we look at this panel right here. So I think I want to put that. I'm not sure if I want to put it in art, but I don't think I can put it anywhere else. So I'll just put it at the top, and I'll just say where chapter titles are placed, and I'll just put best example chapter 58, and then I'll also do parentheses, look back at stream for proper explanation on reasoning. That way I can actually figure out what I said about it instead of trying to like retype it, right? But okay, chapter 58 done. Let's keep going. But with that, we understand, or we have the introduction as to why Samura is doing, or not necessarily fully why, but more so we start to begin the treacherous undertone of what Samura is doing, right? Right. All right, keep going. You sure are drenched in the stench of blood, Chihiro. What? Mr. Samura killed Mr. Uruha? Why? Hakuri's okay. Huh? He's not dead. But this... Was it you? Are you saying the Sword Master isn't a hero who should be protected? The contracted sword bearer should die. What? Those guys are dead. I think this is when they killed his daddy. The Hishaku killed my father. Tell him he's the hero. What possible reason could there be to let them get the enchanted blades? Revenge? I heard rumors at the fortress, so that's the 7th enchanted blade. I'll handle the rest. You lay down that sword. The hell I will? If you're an enemy, then I'll kill you. I have to. I'll do it. And then he blitzes him because he's just that guy, you know. He's just that guy. Sad to see. What gets slashed? Blood splat. Move on. You don't have to do anything now. Ugh, my nigga got cooked. He didn't even get a chance. This is the problem. And then my nigga Shiba hit him with a smooth teleport, instantly gone. Too fast. Chihiro. Took you long enough, Shiba. One thing I will say about teleportation, you gotta have proper reaction speeds, bro. You gotta have proper reaction speeds. That is a user thing. Like if you're not fast enough to react to these things, your teleportation isn't gonna be that great, right? Like I remember I was talking in the Discord, I was talking about how what's her name? What is her name? Nico's teleportation isn't that bad in comparison to Kaguya's teleportation, right? And there also doesn't technically seem to be a limit on where she can teleport. Seemingly, she can kind of seemingly teleport wherever if she just knows where it is or who's there, kind of. Whereas Kaguya actually is stated to have to see, right? And then not only brought up the fact that his reaction, like Kaguya, he brought up Kaguya's reaction speed as if it was like inherent to the talent, but like we don't know if that's true. And for most characters, it's usually not. Like even Bonnie, who has a teleporty adjacent ability, still has to react to bullets flying at her and activate her ability and open the portals in front of her, right? So it's like if you're gonna teleport, you need good reaction speeds. Like you need to have good reaction speed, right? Because your teleportation won't be that like your teleportation may be instant, but that doesn't matter if you can't activate it as fast as you need it to, or as fast as you need to, right? And then back to what Naoni said, like I don't think Kaguya's reaction is inherent to his talent. I feel like that's a developed skill because even somebody like Nico, who can teleport people relatively instantly too, she still has to actually react and make the beads form around a person before, they can actually teleport, right? And we see that specifically with her fight against Goro, where Aldrich wants her to teleport everybody to their spots, but she's already on it. Like, so she already has to think about it and then do it, right? As opposed to it simply being an instant thing her talent can just do, right? But that's how I feel about it. But in regards to this, shout out my nigga Sheba. He's not one of my favorite characters, but he's heavily useful. You see the reaction speed. He was finna grab a sword. He said, "No, sir." Instantly gone. Instantly. We actually learn more about him later in the later chapters too. He shook. Chihiro, it took you long enough, Sheba. Uruha. So the Kumayuri is already... Samura, why? The Hishaku know about our sins. He's like, oh fuck. They intend to tear off the lid and bring this country down. The curse that forever binds us as long as we continue to live as heroes. So you haven't told Chihiro. He's better off not knowing. This is the end. And then he just leaves in a trail of fucking feathers, bro. It's crazy. And then like we read last stream, 2 hours later, Yoji Uruha, Chihiro Rokuhira, contracted sword bearers, both confirmed dead. Chihiro suddenly disappeared right before my eyes, just when it was getting good, and his army is actually being reattached, which is crazy. Let me change this to 2, because... Okay, this is the end, right here. Bam. Just when it was getting good. Getting good? You lost both arms. You think you're lucky? Wait. I think you're lucky that Chihiro got sent to Senketsuji. Senkutsuji. Think about it. Huh? Yeah, too bad. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. But Chihiro Rokuhira was really strong in many ways. Yura, why won't you let me wield Kumayuri? I wanted to at least try it. Just in case he's coming. Here? You told him where we are? No, but we're dealing with the enchanted blade bearer who controlled the war. Owl. Love this panel. I love this panel. I love this panel. I love it so, so much. Our freedom will be curbed for a while. And fucking them feathers, boy, they clean. Look, pull up on the ass. Excuse you? Oh, see, y'all just not gonna load like that, huh? It's like that on the stream? It's like that on the stream? Okay. On my technical difficulty shit. We'll go server 2. Again, let's go to 2. Okay, what kind of plan was all that? All those people didn't have to die. What was what all about? The ends justify the means. I'm very strongly considering getting this tattoo. We liberated those enchanted blades. We depleted Hakuri Sazanami. He'd cause us a lot of headaches if he was in good shape. If you just given me my enchanted blade from the start, you were a trump card we wanted to keep in reserve. You're a risky move for us. Some among us were resistant to involving an outsider. Have it your way. But you better make good on your promise. Of course, as long as you kill the remaining contracted sword bearers, we made a pinky promise. It's unbreakable. This nigga's funny, bro. Right after Kunishiki Rokuhira was killed, Yura went straight to Samura's house and made a contract. He helped kill the contracted sword bearers under the following conditions. Reveal the identities of all 10 members of the Hishaku. Reveal the identity of the Kamunabi insider who leaked Rokuhiro's location. Reveal the whereabouts of the enchanted blades. I'm not sure if we actually know this second one. I think we kind of learn this one as the chapters go on. I'm not sure we know of this one either, actually. You've certainly gone all out, killing Chihiro Rokuhiro even. He was going to get in the way. There was no getting around that. The deep sins of the contracted bearers must be punished. Your conviction is quite strong. Okay, so we already get a compliment of his conviction, which I'll touch on. This is what, chapter 59, right? Yeah, so I'll just make a note of that. Chapter 59. Okay. Okay, of course. However, you killed Chihiro? But he and I were going to battle to the death. I'd finally made a friend. This nigga really sad. I will avenge Chihiro, mister. I'll kill you, I swear I'll kill you. That boy could take your head off right now. Don't test him. I don't know what you're freaking out about, but don't worry. Little pipsqueak, now contracted to Kumayuri. How did he know? Do I smell like Kumayuri? To fulfill the contract after we kill the sword bearers, I'll battle you all to the death. He's so tough. Yes, that's the risky part of this contract. With this guy's help, killing the contractor's sword bearers is much easier. It's what happens after that. The information he gets through this agreement. As far as he's concerned, the purpose of this contract to him is that he gets information on all the sword bearers and every person connected to the Hishaku in order to kill us all. In other words, he's a threat. To the Hishaku too. I understand you sealed up the Kumayuri and isolated the blade. Good idea. The only reason he hasn't killed Hirohiko already is that if another person just becomes contracted to Kumayuri, it'll never end. If a blade is unsealed, I can detect it no matter its location. I'll be keeping an eye on you. Don't get any ideas. Kelly, look. Even if Hirohiko was healed up and armed with the Kumayuri, I'll kill all the sword bearers on my own. You just provide the information. The Kabunabi seem to have changed up their defenses. The fortresses have all been vacated. Togoshiba was probably involved. We'll need a week to get a good idea of their barriers and how their forces are positioned. Contact me. And then he left on some cool shit. I love this guy, bro. Will we be able to deal with him? It's not a great idea to play a trump card too soon. It couldn't be helped. Besides, I wouldn't have played that card if it was too reckless. On the other hand, it's time to play for keeps now. One more week. In one more week, it'll all be over. Chihiro doesn't need to become one of us. Okay, I think I want to mention him not wanting Chihiro to become like him. I'm not sure where. Or maybe I should just bring it into the conviction, I guess. Or maybe I should be added to the guilt section. I should add it to the guilt section. And I'll maybe put a question mark just in case it doesn't fit. I'll do chapter 58 and 59. So I think he mentions it in that one too. Okay, let's go to chapter 60. Okay, so this is the coming up headquarters. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to read this, but okay, I read this last. I read this last. I read this last stream. These niggas really had hella gear. They got blades, this weapon, size, whatever the fuck these are. Shuriken, kunai, and scrolls with who knows what in them. Okay, so what's really important is these moments like right here. Not necessarily their conversations, right? That's not really important. It's been 18 years since it's been 18 years just like meeting him again after all this time. Oh, stab me. Okay, it's not that. Wait, I'm sorry if only I gotten here sooner. Our sins. So you haven't told Chihiro, he's better off not knowing. Okay, so then why did he have to kill Mr. Uruha? What's a terrible thing my father and those guys? Chihiro. And he opens the door. I don't think it gets revealed. I don't even think we really know what happens. But oh, actually, you know what? We do learn. We do learn. I just don't know where it'll be at. Okay, he saved our lives until he's back on his feet. Yeah, really killed. Okay, they're being secretive about the autopsy, right? Okay, so right here, I can't just quit now. It's asking too much. I've taken people's lives. I can't stop. Not now. Dad taught me that bit by bit you have to learn by seeing things with your own eyes. Please tell me what happened, and whatever the truth is, I need to make Mr. Samura understand I'm already going to hell, right? Okay, I don't think he learns. I don't think we hear about that soon. Okay, so with this though, only Mr. Samura can put pressure on the Hitchhiker. Okay, so I read this last stream too. This is where they learn about his daughter. Is this across all of Japan, bro? This shit's scary as hell. Let me just look up the Hishaku tattoo one time for the one time. This is so creepy. I usually try to make tattoos. Like, if I ever get a tattoo, I want it to be meaningful, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. This one of them ones where it's like, it's just straight cool factor. I don't really like how some of them are done, though. Like, I like this one right here. I like how this one's done in this tattoo. But these other ones kind of fucking suck. Mm. Interesting. Anyway. Okay, so this is more about Chihiro than anything. Let's kind of skip ahead a little bit. Let's get like 65. Okay, it's the hotel. Yeah, it's the hotel. Okay. So like 67. This is where he shows up. He gets fucking bodied. That's some cool shit. Slices everybody. I love this panel so much, bro. My goodness. They meet. He got his head in his hand. Let's go to 69. Okay, let's go to 70. Alright, this is where we learn about a white purity style. Okay, so I actually just want to read it just because I like the information. Not the whole chapter, just like certain small like bits right here, like high white purity style. Swordmaster Itsuo Shirakai. Reason that fastest equals strength. To achieve that speed, he developed these stances. Shirakai maintained. Oh. Bro, 1 second. Okay, Shirakai maintained that these stances produce the fastest propulsion towards the enemy, making it possible to slash with the sword while moving at maximum velocity. Everyone laughed at me. Everyone laughed at me at the time. Not without reason. Normally, the foundation of all swordplay in I is maintaining a strong grip on the sword, so as to harness all of the built-up power. Normal grip. That's why the katana is held like this. Reverse grip. The knuckles at the head of the metacarpals are aligned with the blade's edge. This is common sense since it allows the fighter to transition from drawing the sword into an attack. Okay. The white purity stance is unorthodox. The blade faces the wrist, right? After drawing, the sword fighter has to rotate the blade 180 degrees before it reaches its target. So right after drawing, you have to re-grip the sword. You'll disrupt all the spirit energy you built up. The whole premise that this stance yields the highest speed makes no sense. You can get extremely fast if you perfect the standard drawing technique. That's the smart approach. This idiot wants to waste energy on unnecessary movement. In the end, none of the guys who laughed at me lasted because I cut them down. He's so real for that. Crazy. Only 3 men have ever mastered the white purity style. And then this dude just mimics it like it was nothing. But then he wins. He wins the clash. Okay. Okay, so this is backstory. Okay, so this is very important. I remember this. Okay, he was already blind here. Okay, so this is important. So we got to read this whole thing. Okay. Chapter 71. Chapter 71, Contest. 9 years ago, we had Iori at age 8. Hey, I don't know why they put it in right there. Iori. I heard you collapse all of a sudden. Please, not so loud. Iori called the hospital. Oh, Inori's the wife, right? Okay, so Iori called the hospital. She's over there. Iori, long time no see. How can you expect her to remember you? Iori, this is your father. Samura's ex-wife and Iori's mother, Inori. So I won't be able to go home for a while. You'll need to take care of Iori. Hey, wait a minute. Me? I can't do that. What about your sister? She's still working for the Kamunabi. She doesn't have time. The boy slash, blood on his hands. I can't hold my daughter with these hands. You said that thousands of times already during the divorce. Who's going to take care of her then? She's your daughter. Yeah, that's why. At a time like this, go. That's enough. Let it go. It's time to look forward, not back. Okay, real quick. I just off of that alone, obviously he's already blind, but we basically learned that. Where is it at? It says I can't hold my daughter with these hands. Yeah. I'm gonna put guilt. I'm gonna put under guilt, and I'm gonna say. E or E. This is chapter what, 70, right? 71. Okay, so chapter 71. So I said doesn't think he can hold Iori due to the blood he has on his hands from all the death he has caused, alright? Alright, so now they're walking back home. She's silent. I need to make a stop. Alright, this is where they're at the school. Oh, Mr. Samura, welcome. We weren't expecting you today. I wanted to introduce you. This is Iori. What? You have a daughter, Mr. Samura. She'll be coming in with me for a while. No problem. Did you know your father is an amazing guy? Hey, stop. All the cops in this city take sword fighting lessons from him. Your father's a contracted bearer of an enchanted blade. He's a war hero. This country owes its existence to him. Oh, really? Who cares if he's a hero? What's my father like? Or what's my father like? He's the worst. He's totally hung up on the past, and he totally neglects us. Don't ever fall for a guy like that, Iori. That's so funny. You're not amazing at all. You abandoned mom, loser. The boy's sad about it. I'm sorry, Iori. It's just for a little while. Listen to your father. But mom, you'll be home soon, right? Of course. I'll kick this stupid thing's butt real fast. Any bad guys better watch out for me too. Wait, where does it end at? Hold up. Okay, that's stuff right here. Okay, I'm like, damn, this shit long. Okay, any bad guys better watch out for me too. Huh? Hey, why? Yeah, her eyes are closed, and then he moved out of the way, and she ran into the freaking hole. Did you just close your eyes and charge? Why would you do that? You should fight on the same level as the enemy. Admirable sentiment, but you shouldn't try to imitate me. I've been blind for years. I have the ears and nose of a beast at this point. She said impressive. Then I'll just have to train really hard. Nah, boo boo, you can't catch me. She's literally running with her eyes closed. Oh, hey. They have the hospital? Okay. You're not supposed to let her get hurt. That's basic. Oh yeah, he getting lectured. Okay. She has a light bulb. Or an idea? What? Yeesh. A cooking contest now. Wait, don't tell me you've got your eyes closed. They're closed. Not when you're using a blade. Hey, you're holding that backwards. It's a contest. It has to be fair. Screw this contest stuff. What's your deal anyway? This is amazing. Right? I win, right? Why is it a contest? Fine, you win. I'm a good cook. Mom and I cook together a lot. Mom and I... Okay, let's have a contest. Huh? Oh, I didn't scroll down far enough. Whoops. Whoever makes the tastiest food for Inori and cheers her up the most wins. You're on. What, they went shopping. She getting hurt at the dojo. He getting lectured by his ex-wife. They're cooking together. He going home with it. Wow, you made this, Iori? It was supposed to be a contest, but we sort of ended up working together. Oh, the fruits of a healthy rivalry, you might say. Is that so? Mind you, she's fucking 9. Mmm, delicious. It's the best. Did it make you feel better? Absolutely, I feel fantastic. Haha. Okay, he's smiling. I'm gonna get even better at cooking. When you get out of the hospital, just wait. Well then, I'll just have to hurry up and get well, won't I? And then she died. And then she died. So, there's that. Now she's sad. And he's watching her. Okay. You don't know what to do. I'm sorry, I don't think I can last much longer. Well, you did great hanging in there a whole year. When did you know how to cook? Since never. Okay, she's sleeping on the couch. I got the guys at the dojo to coach me on the side. Haha, really? You've changed over this past year. What do you think of Iori? She's cute. Even though you're blind? Listen, I don't have to see. She laughs like you. Oh wait, yeah, I don't have to see. She laughs like you. You abandoned Mom. I'm sorry for everything. Hey, Iori, how about we call a truce? Okay, tears welling up. I wish I could see her grow up. Look forward, not back. I'm gonna get even better at cooking. Okay, yep, now she's bawling. He hesitant. He don't know if he should. He says, I'll watch over her for you. Okay, W father. She in her bed. He go outside. He light a cigarette. This random man show up. He say, who are you? Look at this creepy ass nigga. Pleased to meet you, said Chisamura. I don't know who you are, but do me a favor. Don't make me draw my blade. For the future, huh? Don't worry. We're just here to talk about the sins you lot committed and the disaster that will befall this country as a result a few years from now. Okay, so that sets that up. Definitely gonna put that in the guilt section. I wish this would stay proper, bro. Chapter 72. Future. Let me have one more cookie. I've just been eating cookies, bro. Damn. What the heck is this nigga Brent drawing, bro? Let me show y'all this real quick. Hold up. This nigga drawing food, bro. Look. I mean, that's pretty close. That's pretty close. Not only say we got this before Azam and Anton. What food is that? What is that? Look kind of fire though. This actually looks amazing. I wish I could like zoom it. I like the story, so I'm not a hater. W art, W art. Okay, so he says, "Give me a break. My ex-wife's wake just finished. I'm so sorry, but I simply had to thank the great hero. The Seitei War started when they invaded, which we learn about in more recent chapters, right? Which this gives context to what we learn, or the future chapters gives more context to this conversation right here. Okay, the citizens of that small country were bloodthirsty savages by nature. Their bodies were resistant to the Datenseki. Their invasion advanced steadily. As everyone knows, our heroes and their enchanted blades turned the tide. The heroes succeeded in eradicating the citizens of that nefarious small country. Thanks to our heroes, every last one of them was wiped out. Our country was protected. The sins you people committed and the disaster that will befall. I don't think that's what you came here to say. Yes, I know the truth. The events that led up to the eradication. The story the public doesn't know. When the Shinuchi emerged, it turned the tables on the enemy. We waged a powerful counteroffense, rapidly driving them back. The heroes encroached into the enemy's territory. At this point, the end of the war was in sight. The enemy flew a white flag. Bloodthirsty savages. We were taught to call them that from our textbooks. But in reality, human beings are individuals. Psychologically, that small nation's inhabitants had a unique genetic resistance to the Datenseki, but they were still human. The royal family who led the invasion were deposed. Interesting word. They chose to surrender in order to prevent further casualties. Okay. They signed a treaty, and for a time, peace was established. Okay. No, they must be annihilated. One of the heroes who had trod over countless corpses during the war went berserk. The strongest of the enchanted blades responded. The true realm of an enchanted blade conforms to its master. Malediction. Brody. The abilities that the Swordmaster evoked were a force of pure obliteration. In the immensity of that power, the Shinuchi and the Swordmaster consumed each other. Interesting. Then all the reason vanished, and the calamity that ensued was beyond virtue or evil. The calamity that beset that small nation laid waste to roughly 200,000 lives. Brody, come on. Why do y'all do this to me, man? You don't have time for this, right? So everyone, Oh, switch this to 2. Okay, thank you. It was only afterward that the 5 other enchanted blade bearers were able to stop him. The Swordmaster remains locked away to this day. That's the real story of the cleansing of that country. The truth is, the Swordmaster is the worst murderer who ever lived. But this country was still in chaos, reeling from the invasion. To reestablish stability and avoid further confusion, they hid they hid the truth and enshrined the Swordmaster as a hero who defeated an evil enemy. How much does he know? How can we blame them? It was for the good of the future. Yes, the future. As for the reason for my visit, I've come to deliver a prophecy. A prophecy? So long as the Swordmaster lives, that calamity known as the malediction will occur again in the near future, in this country. What? Seiichi Samura, you have a job to do. Rattle. For the future. You're awake. Who was that? A calamity? A job to do? Do you have to go somewhere, Dad? You heard that? I'm not going anywhere. And he's gone. And we're like in the city? Oh, we're at the Kamunabi, okay. Kamunabi headquarters. Long time no see, Samura. It's not like you to reach out. Yo, you've aged. Hobbling like an old geezer. Aren't you cheeky? I'm still pretty spry for an old man. Care to spar? No, I'll pass. What's the matter? Weren't you gonna knock me silly? Oh, that's Shiba right here. That might be Samura, but I'm not sure if that's him. I remember when he was training Shiba. Oh, that's Azami to fight. That's crazy. Okay. This man knew the truth about the Swordmaster. That's so. Only the core members of the Kamunabi and the nation's highest echelon know that. Perhaps he was involved back then. His voice and scent were unfamiliar. And this man who knew the truth said that the malediction would beset this country next. A prophecy, huh? Well, it's like the dream of the monk of Tenrakuin. A sort of divination with no clear evidence, a possible disaster. In other words, a possible disaster, in other words. So it's possible? To prevent such a thing, the Swordmaster has been imprisoned deep underground, and the Shinichi has been sealed and isolated in a separate place, so that the two can never come in contact. But so long as the Swordmaster and the Shinichi remain in this world, that possibility exists. Wait. Oh. To extinguish it completely, we would have to execute the Swordmaster. But as you know, that's not possible. These flashback. Make this shit light mode. Hold up. No, that's not what I want. Never mind. Okay, wait. Okay, so this is where we find out about the eternal contracts. Okay, we wait. To extinguish it completely, we would have to execute the Swordmaster, but as you know, that's not possible. The eternal contracts. These life and death spells are immensely sophisticated. It would have been extremely cumbersome to enact multiple spells at once. For that reason, Rokuhiro used the Shinichi as its core and assigned it to the Swordmaster, his most trusted ally. Like a master-slave configuration, he linked them together to establish the contracts. Because of this configuration, if the Swordmaster at the nucleus dies, the bodies of the other linked sword bearers will deteriorate, and within days, they too will perish. Like shogi pieces that fall when the king falls, the enchanted blade bearers accepted that risk as they entered the war. How could they know their comrade would become their enemy? If we execute the Swordmaster, you and the other contracted owners of the enchanted blades will die. But if we don't do something, calm down. This isn't like you. Yes, I understand. You're caring for your daughter now. So that's why you're concerned for the future. Yes. The possibility exists, but it's extremely slim. Very few people know that the Swordmaster and the Shinuchi are under the tightest security imaginable. As long as the Swordmaster and the Shinuchi are sealed and isolated, there's no concern. We don't need to sacrifice their lives for such a slim possibility. What the Swordmaster did is a horrible crime we must somehow atone for. But to the very end, the rest of you fought to save the citizens, not to kill the enemy. You are heroes. You've done enough. Let us handle the rest. You and your daughter have futures to you and your daughter have futures to live for. Okay. Switching scenes. The thing got knocked out of his hand. She got her eyes closed still. She holding it like the proper style. She has her eyes closed, but she can somehow sense the target. How? She's constantly imitating me. I guess she's getting the knack of it. The knack, huh? Actually, she seems more afraid when she opens her eyes. That's funny. Closing her eyes eliminates extraneous thoughts. She can quietly concentrate and focus on wielding the sword. Incredible. Well, she is the daughter of the great hero Seiji Samura. Dad, did you see that? Yes, well done, right? I'm going to be the best fighter ever, and I'll protect you, Dad. You can live for the future. Huh, is that so? Well, I can't wait. Alright, chapter 73. Come on. Oh yeah, they had a contest. So what was it? Results of NPC Sorcerer Contest. Announcing the results of our contest celebrating the 1-year anniversary of serialization. Chihiro coolly dispatches the NPC Sorcerers of your invention. These are the NPC powers we chose from many awesome ideas. Okay, so we have Kakai. Wait, his sorcery dismembers the body into pieces that can be manipulated at will. Contributor, eyeball ashtray. We have Yome. Exchanges a body part with an item by touching it. That's interesting. I like his name though. And then we have Hiriyashin. Sprouts needles in objects within reach and fires them in a specific direction. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. So Chihiro just bodies a bunch of NPCs for the hardcover. There were 925 entries, and these were the top 3. Good for these guys, man. So the contributor for this one's name is Hadari, and the contributor for this one's name is Ocean. Shout out to y'all. Alright, chapter 73, Daybreak. Okay. I'm trying to see if we'll get to the reason he blinded himself. But I'm thinking we'll probably stick into that conviction guilt area. It's just that all this is like important for me to know so that I can properly note it on the actual pages or like on my actual doc. So chapter 73, Daybreak. Okay. Alright, so she's coming home, there's trash outside. I hear she's in the same class as my son. It's probably helping her out a lot. You worry about her going to school? Yeah. It's a small town with not that many kids. I'm sure she'll settle in quickly. It's been a minute now since you passed on, and you already started school. I still worry about her. She kept your last name, but everyone knows she's Seiichi Samura's daughter. Iori seems happy, but every now and then I can see that she misses you. I'm home. What's for dinner? How's school? Having fun? Yeah, that's right. We learned about you in class today, Dad. Oh? Was it okay? Oh, it was intense. It was non-stop praise. You're the daughter of a hero. So cool. What a badass. That's your dad? You're a good sword fighter too, right, Yuri? Well, yeah. One day, I'll be as good as my dad. Whoa, for real? Is that so? I was kind of bragging. Well, there's no rush to be like me. Anyway, I'm glad you're making friends. Uh, what's with the bump? I fell. Lyra, you said that too fast. Oh, what? She has a bump on her head? I got in a fight. A fight? A fight? But why? You're overreacting. It's no big deal. Sheesh. What happened? One of the kids was like, but he's a killer, right? Exactly what I was afraid of. So I told him off, and he hit me. Yeah, but I stood up for myself. Look at this nigga, bro. I'm like a loser. After all, that's the whole point of training every day. Mom always said, your dad's a real jerk, but he's a hero who protected this country and our loved ones. He respected you for that. I totally agree. That's why I want to be like you, so I can protect everyone too. I'll fight alongside you, so don't worry. Thanks, but don't overdo it, okay? Hey, W Dad. Oh no, I'm sorry, my son was so rude. Well, kids will be kids. I'm so sorry. Oh, this the nigga that was like... That's this nigga talking about, I hear she's in the same class as my son. Well, you better discipline him before I get on his ass. Well, kids will be kids. I'm so sorry. No, I'm the one who's sorry. I'll straighten him out. I'll tell him that you saved our country. No. Mr. Samura, you have a call from the school. Why'd you have them call me to take you home? You sick or something? I just felt like blowing off school. What? Come on, it's alright. What you want to make for dinner? What the? Garbage? Who? What a mess. Who dumped this stuff here? Don't they know where the garbage drop is? There's gunk all on the wall, too. I'll clean this up. Here, can you go toss this? Sure. Eesh. What gives? Yo, did you see that? That pile of trash was huge. It must have been more than just us. Was there graffiti before? Yeah, but not like this. Well, it's not like he can see it. Oh, Samura. Hey, you. You two dumped that trash? It wasn't just us. What? Why? Sachi Samura. Hey. Let's get this out in the open. It's because you discussed us. What? We heard what really happened. Half a year ago, the word spread. The word about how the Sword Master massacred the people of the small country. He's been spreading that story, but we can't prove it because the Kamunabi covered up everything. We scattered leaflets throughout the city about the treaty and the ethnic cleansing perpetuated by the Swordmaster, along with a forged photo of the signing of the treaty. After all, that information was based on truth. It was quite compelling. Well, not enough to persuade an intelligent person, but they did fuel mistrust of the heroes. After all, from the start, there were people who considered the heroes to be killers, and the allegations simply fanned the flames. Given that the target of the rumors was a legendary sword master, nobody felt comfortable making direct allegations. Instead, there's been a slow mounting tension. Everyone in this town already knows what you are. 6 months ago, when Iori started going to school, it was already happening. That was close. He almost noticed it. The truth is, that never happened. My dad told me that hero stuff is bull. Those sorcerers were all a bunch of mass murderers. I heard that too. You're the daughter of a killer. They didn't pour water on a girl. She getting kicked. I can't hold my daughter with these hands. Quit sniveling about the war and neglecting your wife and daughter. If Dad thinks I'm suffering because we're together, he might go far away from me again. Yikes, she's a killer too. Watch out, she'll kill you. Cause she fighting back, are we dead ass? Violent, aren't you? Runs in the blood, I guess. They throwing cups at her. Having fun at school? Yeah. If he doesn't find out, if I can hide it, we can stay together. Sorry, my mom says I shouldn't be friends with you. Why does she even keep coming to school? They done flipped her desk upside down. Is that hair in the drain? She's stressing. My dad's a hero, and I'm his daughter. If I can be strong, if I can just hang in there, I won't lose the other person I love. Right, she ran out the water, scrubbing the wall. It's okay, it's okay. Um, that was just the tip of the iceberg. Ever since she lost her mother, for the past 6 months, Iori's been battling this all alone. Thanks for tossing the trash, and it's all because of me. Okay, she's crying herself to sleep, looking toward the future. He, damn, he want to open a door, but he think if he open the door, he might open up and see his daughter committing sewer slide. Now he thinking about the blood on his hands. He trembling, and bro's talking about I know the truth. She's still crying, but he put his hand down. The 6 months we spent together as father and daughter came to an end when I left Iori with her mother's sister. That boy dipped out. Eldad. Okay, those who know of the Swordmaster's crime. Yeah, the old geezer told me about the prophecy that malediction will happen again. As long as the Swordmaster and the Shinichi are sealed and isolated, there's no concern. And obviously, and obviously, I'm counting on you to protect Rokuhira. Protect him at all costs for the sake of the future. And this is where he gets the call that Rokuhira died. This shit was so crazy, bro. Okay, so another thing I'm gonna add to guilt is really the final thing that I've not necessarily kind of been looking for and kind of been waiting for, but I guess it's more so been being reaffirmed is that there is a subtle guilt about the truth. So I guess I'll say the chapter 73. What should I say? I'll just say feels a subtle guilt regarding the war's events and how the malediction and the sword master's crime was covered up. I say it's a subtle guilt because it's not directly stated. I'll do chapter 73, and then I'll maybe even add on top of that. I'll say because of this truth, or I should say because of this growing knowledge, of the truth, Samura feels bad for what his daughter Iori has to endure at school. I'll just leave it like that. I'll leave it like that. Okay. Next. Chapter 74, Dawn. Okay. Rokuhira's home has been invaded. Kunishiki Rokuhira has been murdered. They stole all the enchanted blades. The sword bearers are in danger too. Come to HQ with the bodyguards we sent. They'll be there momentarily, and they got fucking bodied. He put the phone down. There are three more outside, so you're part of an organization. You killed Rokuhira, didn't you? Yes, we're called the Hishaku. You. Remember me? Long time no see, Samura. And now you're here to kill the sword bearers, I imagine. Yes, we've already disposed of one. We've met our quota. We got limited manpower after all. I'm here to negotiate with you about the future, Samura. And if I don't cooperate, you'll kill me, right? Yes, but you'll cooperate. The impending catastrophe is nigh. This nigga sound evil as hell, bro. Screw that. You and your prophecy crap. The seal on the Shinuchi is plenty strong to keep it stable. It was fine the way it was until you stole it. You're the ones who are trying to unleash another malediction. Not exactly. How can you be so sure it will remain stable? That small country has been sealed off, but the flowers the Shinuchi cost wait. But the flowers the Shinuchi cause to bloom still persist. They're pure spirit energy. Wait. Were the battle truly over, they disappear. Those flowers are proof that the Swordmaster's bloodlust never waned after the war. The Shinuchi and the Swordmaster already once shattered everything we imagined was possible. They could shatter your faith in this stability at any time, too. Uh, that possibility has always existed. But instead of eliminating that possibility, you sword bearers deny the danger and complacently go about your lives hiding the truth. That sin. Wait, that is your sin. Okay. So, I should probably add that. Should probably add that. Hmm. Okay, wait. He knows. He even knows about what happened. Wait, about what happens when the contracts break. My goal is to execute the Swordmaster and to wield the Shinuchi. It was a Swordmaster who caused the true realm of the Shinuchi to manifest as a malediction. Thus, my goal would in fact serve to end the malediction. Okay. Hmm. So, I should say for the guild as well. Okay, he says the flowers are proof that the Swordmaster's bloodlust never waned after the war. The Shinushi and the Swordmaster already once shattered everything we imagined was possible. They could shatter your faith in this ability as at any time too. That possibility has always existed. But instead of eliminating that possibility, you sword bearers deny the danger and complacently go about your lives hiding the truth. That is your sin. Okay. So basically, he sees the sin as basically them keeping him alive instead of everybody accepting death to kill him, right? More or less. Um, okay. This nigga looks so crazy right here, bro. He looks so crazy. Okay, so what I want to type is, hmm, I'll say sword master. Or I could say, I'll say flowers that bloom. Flowers that bloom are proof the sword master's bloodlust never waned, and as such, since the Shinuchi, Shin-uchi, and the sword master have shattered everything that was everything they imagined was possible. The stability the stability they could shatter your faith in this stability at any time too. Okay, I should say was possible. Wait. The Swordmaster have shattered everything they imagined was possible. The stability that came with the Shin-uchi's seal could be shattered. Or I should say, the stability and faith that came with the Shin-uchi seal could be shattered at any moment. At any time, period. And I'll tab it one more and I'll say, um, and I'll say, instead of eliminating that possibility by all the sword bearers accepting death along with the sword master through their shared link, they all deny the danger and complacently go about living their lives and hiding the truth. Right. All deny the danger, complacently go about living their lies and hiding the truth. Okay, good. Okay, so that's mostly what I was looking for that part. I don't really think I need that much anywhere else, but yeah, because see now we're back in now we're no longer in flashback time. Now we're in the regular time period. But I'm gonna keep reading this part. Okay, so that's his goal. That's not important. Your daughter's no longer with you. Being with me was only hurting her. I was hoping to have another pawn to help us kill the Swordmaster. For the sake of the future, I'll give you a chance to atone for your sins. I don't quite understand his true intent, but I know one thing. Nothing good can come from allowing them free reign with the enchanted blades. But it's true. The possibility always existed. Even if I resist and kill him, this won't be over. Daichi Samura, let's end this menace together. I wonder why he knew to come to him, out of all people. We need to eradicate them from the root to look toward the future. We should have just executed the Swordmaster to begin with. Yeah, see? There's no point in life anyway, when I cause nothing but misery for those closest to me. Okay, this is also what I want. Okay, so let me, what chapter is this? Chapter 75? 74. Okay, 74. 74. Chapter 74. Put that there, and then tab, and then I'll basically probably have to type this word for word. Okay. Um, okay, so I'll basically type this word for word. He says, so from this, and then these two, I'll just type these word for word. Since these should be Samura's own thoughts and feelings, we need to eradicate them from the root to look toward the future. We should have executed the sword master to begin with. There's no point in life anyway. Anyway, when I cause nothing but misery for those closest to me. And then I'll, do I want to tab that? Period. And then I'll put last sentence relates to his, let's just say to Iori. Yeah, because yeah, last sentence relates to Iori. I'm gonna say bringing this section full circle. Bring this section full circle. Okay. I think that's all we need for the guild section because everything I have kind of relates to everything that is basically, right? Or I should say everything that's there, right? So, outside of actually no. Everything relates to one another. So, let me just show y'all real quick. All right, so right here we have guilt of his past slash the cover up. He doesn't want Chihiro to become like him slash them, which relates to obvious. This more relates to him not wanting um Chihiro to be a killer, basically. I probably should note that. Uh, okay. And then he doesn't think he can hold Iori due to the blood he has on his hands from the death he caused. And this kind of relates to this because if Chihiro ends up more like them. Oh, wait. Oh, I just realized the video was been over the whole time. Wait, you said, yeah, I've been watching whilst making dinner for the fam and chips from scratch. Oh, sheesh. What a guy. There it is. Okay. Okay, so this relates to this because if Chihiro becomes more like them, Chihiro may not think like Samura, especially since Samura is somebody he looks up to or in respects. He may not think if he has a child, he can hold his child and be with his child because he has so much blood on his hands, you know? So those two things relate, right? Um, and of course, this kind of goes further down. So obviously, he feels a subtle guilt regarding the war's events and how the malediction and the sword master's crime was covered up, which we see in chapter 73. And this is because of this growing knowledge of the truth, Samura feels bad for what his daughter Iori has to endure at school, which we saw. And then I forgot the Hishaku member's name, but he brings this up. Flowers that bloom are proof that the sword master's bloodlust never waned, and as such, since the Shinichi and the Sword Master have shattered everything they imagined was possible, the stability and faith that came with the Shinichi seal could be shattered at any time. And then Samura kind of confirms this like with this sentence, but I'll also read this one as well. Instead of eliminating that possibility by all the sword bearers accepting death along with the Sword Master through their shared link, they all deny the danger and complacently go about living their lives and hiding the truth, which obviously goes right back into the fact that they hid the cover up exists as a whole, right? And then this kind of comes full circle with Samura's own thoughts, right? We need to eradicate them from the root to look toward the future. We should have executed the Sword Master to begin with. There's no point in life anyway when I cause nothing but misery for those closest to me. And I said the last sentence relates to Iori bringing this section full circle because this last sentence directly relates to right here. Well, actually, I'd say more so here, right? But because of the cover up and because of um, the growing truth, he feels bad for what his daughter has to deal with, and because of that, he sent her away, right? So this literally, like, all of this ties into one another, right? So we start here, we learn all this, and then it goes right back into what happened here, right? Of course, I think these are slightly different, but these are still very much related, right? So there's that. So after all that reading, we're kind of at the 2 hour mark. Okay, so now we have to keep going because I think the next part not only shows conviction but sort of rebirth. But I don't remember where it's mentioned that he's blinded at, right? Right. This isn't really necessary because it's more about Iori than anything else. Am I tripping? Where's her other leg at, bro? No matter how much I struggled, my feelings could never reach him. Okay. I'm not really reading this out loud because it's not important for what I want to do, but essentially, they're both gonna draw their swords, which we will see right here. But he's drawing it so that she can see her father, and he's drawing it because he knows that he's gonna draw it, right? Um, yeah. Kumayuri Enten. And as soon as they drew the blades, Owl disappears. We see the feathers. She looks up. Tobe Mune. And look who's there. A real nigga has descended. A real nigga has descended. I wonder if I had an enchanted blade or sorcery, what it would be. Which I think my sorcery would be. A real nigga has descended. Look at the feathers, bro. Gosh. Fire. Okay, I think the next part is the what is it called? The fight. We see some pretty cool stuff here. I'm gonna kind of skim through it because it's not really that important. Oh, brother. This is so nasty. Banquet. One of Kumayuri's powers is banquet. It causes intoxicating hallucinations. He said, Mr. Samura, no excuses, protect your daughter. They finna jump her, but look at the feathers, and poof! He swapped places with them boys, look. Dead. Real nigga move. He said, what about you, Chihiro? I'll get the sorcerer. He says, besides, he's already coming. The first Kuro is for detection. A beginner has a limited range using the Kamayuri. I'll search inside the hotel. I know the Kamayuri's abilities. That's why I use Nishiki to strengthen my inner ears. This time I'm prepared. I'm gonna bring up Kuro Shred. I'm gonna write down Kuro Shred, and then I'll bring up Nishiki Amp to ears. Amp to ears. So this is chapter 76. 75. Why am I always like one chapter ahead of where I think I am? Okay, and then Kuro Shred. Now, I'm gonna look up later when he first invents Kuro Shred, but where am I at? That's right here. He uses Kuro Shred for detection. He does this against Hirohiko in the other fight too. Let me see if I have that written down. I think it'll be chapter 53. So I'll do chapter 53 and chapter 75 because we know he uses it here too. Okay. And then, of course, I'm going to get into how he uses Akka, because he uses Akka, the copy ability, earlier, but we'll talk about that. We might not get to that in this stream, but who knows. Okay, he uses Nishiki as a physical amp to speed blitz. He blocks it, though. Okay, so this is where they're about to attack the whatchamacallit. Okay, play. Apart from the Shinichi, the Enchanted Blades have three main abilities. Of Kamayuri's abilities, Banquet causes hallucinations. Play enables the user to freely control the objects around them. Sure. Even with Nishiki as a counter, my equilibrium. Yura said his heart is twice as sensitive as a normal person's. That's why I'm attacking his psyche to the max, and investing copious time and energy to drive him into a corner. Um, that feels worth mentioning somewhere. I'll write that down. I'm gonna put that under the guilt section, but I'm not sure if I'll use that. I think it's good to know though. These hallucinations is bad, bro. Okay, so she's about to get stabbed, but he moved in the way. That boy got big boy stabbed. She's seen it. Oh, this is. Whoa, wait a minute. What's up? What's going on now? Oh yeah, he says. He told nothing now. Chihiro come at me, and he says why. And then we see whatchamacallits fill the building. He says, "How could you underestimate a master like him?" Oh yeah, this is where he uses Suzaku. You're a lively one, friggin' brat. That's enough out of you. This panel is so fire. I need to save this somehow. Alright, save that. So now we have boom. Look at that. I'm gonna use this for whatchamacallit. I just really needed that. This is fire to me. Okay, so we got the kids and their daddies. No longer relevant. Okay. Okay, wait. This is an honor to behold truly a stunning masterpiece. The Phoenix is a spectacle. Oh, it says the Phoenix is spectacular. Tripping. At the moment of death, it goes out in a blaze, only to be reborn from its own ashes. The legendary mythical bird. Depending on the region, the Phoenix has many interpretations. There are myriad theories pertaining to its name and power. It's no myth. Pardon? He's a painter. This painting depicts a scene I myself witnessed during the Seitei War, and the name I recall hearing was Suzaku. I like little things like this though. Like little things like this add to the story, in my opinion. Yet he's left his eyes unhealed. Look at this three-way clash, bro. Look at this three-way clash, and look at what it does to the building, bro. Look at that. I might have to bring this up. Uh, Chapter 76, right? 77. Damn it. Okay. Oh, so you just play on the entire building. This is a crazy panel, bro. Like, this is a crazy panel. Okay, I'm gonna make note of this too. I'm gonna use this in the video for sure. Okay, this part's kind of fire too. Okay, now I know he's flying, but is he flying using Kuro? Or is he flying using Suzaku? Does it really matter? I mean, he's about to use it right here, which is crazy. So he crashes into the building, right? Tobemone's third power is Suzaku, the power of the immortal bird to self-combust and rise again. However, he's already further evolved that power in previous battles. In his true realm, he can apply that boon more than just on himself. Those flames are flames of universal mercy. Seiichi Samura's Suzaku flames reached everything affected by the altered state Hirohiko inflicted with Komeyuri. The first time Hirohiko ever cared sincerely for anyone or anything, his all-or-nothing rampage blitz in a single moment was completely nullified. Look, he got fucking bodied. Okay, his fight with what's I'm gonna call is also really important. Oh, wait, hold on. He completely nullified Hiko's all-out move. Plus, he's been sustaining Owl throughout Japan for days, and despite all that, he still isn't even winded. Rebirth. So you're immortal? No. Suzaku can regenerate, but it can't resurrect the dead. And it consumes tremendous energy if you keep getting wounded and relying on constant regeneration. You'll deplete your spiritual energy and collapse. Regeneration is limited. In theory, anyway, regeneration is incredible, and beyond that, there's been a number of things never before recorded during the war. I don't know what sparked it, but clearly he's evolved beyond his abilities 18 years ago. Huh, sure. Twilight Wave. Kugiri's sorcery enables him to store. Damn, Nat. Enables him to store heat generated by his body during battle and unleash it at will. Its capacity is unlimited. The more he accumulates, the more powerful it gets. For the past 7 months, Kugiri has been fighting with only his sword. Oh, he's like that. Damn, destroy part of that building with just pure heat storage. Okay, this is more important. Chihiro, why? Why did you wield the enchanted blade again? I've learned everything about the malediction and the sword master's crime. That bastard Shiba. Listen, that was the sword master's doing. Your dad was only responsible for creating the weapons. He was just a hero who did everything he could for his country. So I'm told. Mr. Shiba said the same thing. He still isn't swallowing it. Pause. Well, if you know about the malediction, we can cut to the chase. The Swordmaster can't be allowed to live. To that end, you're willing to let all the sword bearers die, yourself included. It's necessary to stop the malediction and for Iori's future too. If you stand in my way, I'll cut you down again. What Iori needs for her future is you. You're wondering why I took up the enchanted blade again. I did it to stop you. So, shall we fight? Okay, so this is there. I don't really care about what happens here, I'm not gonna lie. It's not important to me. It's very relevant to the story, but it's not important to me though, personally. Let's get to like chapter 82 or something. Okay, let's make sure 81 isn't crazy. Okay, so it should just be them, right? Okay, I was right. Nice. Okay. Okay, all this time I wanted to believe it, but I couldn't be sure. That was close. The Kamiyuri, where's Hirohiko? He retreated. He's still contracted to the sword. The sheath fell. It should be 2 floors down. Mr. Samura has advanced even further in the past 18 years. In that battle just now, I sensed that his revival sorcery was an intentional exercise. Why did he hone the ability to kill someone and revive them? To that end, you're willing to let all the sword bearers die. It's necessary to completely stop the malediction. His only motive is to stop the malediction. He bears no malice toward the sword bearers. Mr. Uruha is alive, isn't he? And then, of course, we just saw that. Malediction is the true realm of the Shinichi. It has claimed countless lives. The only way to make sure it never happens again is to execute the Swordmaster. But if the Swordmaster dies, the eternal contracts dictate that all the other sword bearers die too. They refrained from killing the Swordmaster to spare our lives. They sealed up the Shinichi to minimize the risk of another malediction. Even still, he had to constantly live with the guilt that the malediction could strike again. I'm going to kill all the sword bearers. I thought my time was finally come. Or my time was finally up. Okay, so this is when he actually they fight, right? This is when they fight. He grabs the Tobemune, he stabs him, but he uses Suzaku. That's why he says, "Do you intend to shoulder it alone?" And this is him on the table. He wakes up. From what they tell me, at one point I was clearly dead. My eternal contract was severed. So that was his goal. He came back to life. It's a miracle. No, like a phoenix, exactly. It was Suzaku. Did he implant the flames of mercy into my body so that it could activate after my death? I get it in principle. Sorcery activated by a person's death isn't unheard of. Yeah, we did see that earlier in the series. But revival, clearly he didn't have that power 18 years ago. I don't know how he did it, but Mr. Samura cultivated that ability. To release the sword bearers from our eternal contracts. Okay, I don't really care about any of this. It's very plot relevant, but I don't care about any of this. Wait. Possible that the malediction and the power of the Enchanted Blades will wreak havoc in the future is my greatest fear. I know you feel the same. You don't need to stop me. I'll kill the sword master. Yes, I feel the same. Okay, you're really hoeing me right now, bro. Okay, here we go. Alright, they clashed. Even in your darkest despair, you want to save other people's lives. You fought tirelessly for that. I'm the same. I'm willing to fight tirelessly to save your life. That won't stop the malediction. We'll find another way. I'll fight alongside you. Impossible. Oh, okay, he went to the elevator. This is so clean, bro. Okay, hold on. Let me, okay, we'll find another way. I'll figure it out alongside you. Okay, so, I want to add this to the rebirth area because this is kind of where the idea of another way being possible is introduced. So we have this chapter 82, okay? It says it right here. Now, of course, the concept of another way comes to fruition by the end of their fight. And eventually we'll get there. He said, "I'm free." He said, okay, he says, so I should say Chihiro Chihiro mentions the idea of finding another way that doesn't involve killing the other. It doesn't involve killing the. I should say killing the sword bearers. This is chapter 82. And again, I'm putting this under the section or the note titled Rebirth, because it's the initial idea where this sort of there is another way is actually coming into fruition. This part right here is fire, right? So God, I love the way this looks, bro. Like, I want to put this in art. Like, this looks fire right here for both of them. I'm gonna do eye white purity charge up. I'm gonna say panels, and then I'll do chapter 82. 82. Hopefully I know what I'm talking about. Okay. And then also for Nishiki right here, I want to do. Okay, so the white purity style entails building up spirit energy to generate explosive force. He prepares to take Chihiro out in a single blow, a blow imbued with the flames of Suzaku. Right. Last time we faced off, I didn't even slow him down. Nothing I say now will be convincing. So, I have to charge this with everything I've got. And he's using what I'm assuming is Nishiki to charge this, right? Through the door, he determines to let me read his stance until the last minute. Yeah. If I move, he'll locate me by sound. I'll stand my ground. So, I can't... Is he only using Nishiki in his eyes right here then? I think he is. Hold on. Okay, so... Yeah, so this is Nishiki. It's like more so across the entire body because it's at his foot as well, or like his ankle as well, but it's also like focused around his eye. So he's using Nishiki to help charge his speed basically. Okay. He literally gulps. He hears that, and then he attacks, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then we have, and then you see, chapter 82, Ensign versus Tobemune, but at the very end, where the fight really, really begins. Like, it's like this is the start of the clash. Like, they clash, and this is the true start of their encounter. I'll show you here now. I also like this fight helps allude to all the abilities being able to be used at once, which we kind of see with what's his name? Like, we kind of got that already from whatchamacallit, the Hirohiko, but this fight sort of better alludes to it or better showcases it as a whole, right? And then where is it at? I'll just tab this, and I'll put chapter 82. I'll put chapter 82, N10 versus Tobemune. Okay, so he used Nishiki to endure this charge up, right? That's what he did. Okay, and I think he also is using it to help perceive his movements. I think I can't be fully sure, but if I had to say, that's how I would describe it. Wait, used to endure Suzaku Amp. I white purity charge. This is chapter also 82, right? Bam. Okay, so right there. So okay, so now we can go to chapter 83. Okay, so this is where he learns about it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really care. Okay, so this chapter is called the N10. The malediction that's Shinichi's power. We're here, didn't talk about it, but he didn't intend to hide it from you forever. But it was too much to share with you at such a young age. Excuse me. I understand. 200,000 lives. We are We are complicit in the deaths they cause. Okay. That's why he sealed up the enchanted blades. Without the enchanted blades, the people of this country would have been massacred. But even so, Warrior was racked with guilt for forging them. And why did he give me this? The N10. You see? You see? It's like the chapter title even here. Even here, the chapter title damn near completes the sentence. Completes Chihiro's sentence. Bam. Chapter feels like a complete Chihiro sentence. Okay. Okay, so give me this, the N10. Okay, so this is their clash. Bam. Knock my nigga back. His strength is insane. If I tried to counter it instead of deflecting it, he would have sliced my arm off. Alright, the boy landed. There's a saying from the Seitei War that's fitting. When black feathers flock, death is nigh. This nigga got so much aura, bro. This nigga got so much aura. It's obvious where that came from. Show me what on earth... Wait, what on earth... Oh, well, he says, show me. What on earth do you want to show me? There's a way to prevent the malediction without sacrificing any lives. There's no way. We destroy the Shinuchi. Okay, so this is where he proposed the idea. I'm gonna call this nigga Rokuro. Okay, so there's that. The Shinuchi is the source of the eternal contract. If the Shinuchi were to be destroyed, the contracts would become null. Nobody has to die. If only we could just destroy it. After the war, we tried everything we could think of. We couldn't even scratch it. I heard you broke the Cloud Gouger, but sword fighting is similar to physical augmentation. The strength of the blade varies greatly depending on the wielder's skill and spirit energy. Whoever was wielding the enchanted blade must have been some really puny thug for it to break. That's funny. We're talking about a man they call the Sword Master, and Kunishiki Rokuhira Shinuchi. That sword is indestructible. Just the Sword Master and I have to die. It's the best and only way. Here it comes. Crow. He swaps places with the black feathers floating in the air. Okay, this is a splash of Nishiki. Maybe it's because I've honed my sword skills, but more than ever, the sword feels deeply ingrained with my hand. My Nishiki flows more lightly and naturally than before, whatever that means. Okay, so he's standing ready. He walks. This nigga teleported behind him. He perceives it though. He was ready to strike. He teleported again. Got my nigga in the back. He hit him with a Kuro. Wait. He didn't even get a chance to really do anything with Kuro. My nigga already swapped places. He perceived it though, he clashed. And now this nigga's just swapping around him. Creators was mentioned. Oh yeah, Creators was mentioned. Even with Nishiki, I can barely evade him. But I see it now right before he switches places. There's a trace of spirit energy. Okay, so he's about to swap there. He thinks he's gonna be there. But it's just a sword. Only his sword? That was impressive. You figured out how to read my movements. But, gotcha. He can swap the sword with the feather, put it right in his hand. I figured yours out too. Bam. Clashing. He just swatted the sword out his hand, kicked this nigga in the face. I like this right here though. Watch this. Okay, so we have the sword in the air. This nigga's in water now. Or the sword's in the ground. Or in the ceiling. He says, what just happened? When Kunishigi Rokuhira forged the enchanted blades, he didn't craft their powers specifically, only their general intended purpose, to kill or to protect. The original 6 swords were intended as instruments of war to defeat the enemy. Okay, so in the later chapters, I really want to see this come back into play now that I'm thinking about it, because we're getting into the point where we're seeing him create the enchanted blades, or start the concept, right? The series is on break right now, but we're getting to that point. Okay, he didn't craft their power specifically, only their general intended purpose, to kill or to protect. So obviously something like the Tobe Mune is to protect, because it can, swap things, move things around, it can heal, and the owl can detect things, right? Oh, this is interesting. He's like remembering the past right now. But the 7th sword, the N10, is different. It was the only time in Rokuhira's career as a master swordsmith that he created a sword with someone. All I did was follow what he said. Right after the war, your father attempted to destroy the enchanted blades, but they were masterpieces forged with Datenseki, a material with properties beyond human understanding. Every attempt to destroy them failed, all of them, not just the Shinichi. After that, for nearly 15 years, your father struggled in the darkness, with the knowledge of what he created, the enchanted blades, and the malediction. But all along, you were his guiding light, illuminating a path forward. Ooh, I literally wrote in my notes, shone the light this is supposed to say truth. Truth that there's another way. So, right here, I want to put, I'm gonna put, Chihiro is Kunishigi's guiding lights, and thus is also the way. Wait. And thus is also the alternate guiding light. And so he and the N10 are the other way. I'll just say it like that. Under chapter 83. spirits and the other ones. Okay. Okay, the N10 was that path. You used the N10 to destroy the Cloud Gouger. Sure, Sojo wasn't a swordsman. He wasn't as proficient with the blade as the previous owner, but even so, he's a strong fighter. It wasn't just his failure, there's no question it was also your success. And you were able to course correct that katana, which had been compromised from its true intent. Hello? You were able to course correct that katana, which had been compromised from its true intent. Does that mean... Does that mean that... Hold on, now I have to go back. Now we need to go back real quick. Now we need to go back real quick. I just need to understand something. Okay, so... Okay, so we have the storytelling. That's the Rakuzaichi. No, that's when he fights Sojo, right? So it should be like 18 maybe? 18 or 19 maybe? Okay, he broke Cloud Gouger, a lethal blow, cloaking himself with twice the spirit energy the body allowed, ignoring what would happen after the battle to behead the enemy at all costs. The price hurts my entire being more than any lethal wound. Looks like the pain, it looks like you paid a very heavy price as well. Okay, right here. I guess the enchanted blades have chosen you. No, that's not true. They chose you too, but you caught him. The enchanted blade, you did well. Sojo. Okay. He said, but you will never stand as an equal to my father, and for that, I'll cut you down. Sheesh, so much aura. Okay, it must be when... Hold on. It must be during the Rakuzaichi then. Is that when it's about to fade away? Okay, so what the Rakuzaichi is... So let's just kind of skim to like chapter like 50 maybe. Oh wait, nope, went too far, 44, okay, so let's try like 30. Let's try like 30. Okay, about here isn't bad, actually. Yeah, yeah, he says a great keep on this. Okay, this isn't bad, yeah. So the wood, 30 seconds earlier. His use of Cloud Gouger is actually so fire right here. Okay, where is... May, die as mine, at my side. Oh, May, shred. Okay. Cloud Gouger and solidarity with Chihiro on the brink of death strained to sever its to serve its master, unleashing lightning beyond its limit. By getting in touch with its deepest levels, Chihiro could clearly feel Cloud Gouger's impending demise. But how would he use it? Okay, so... Iso. So he pierces him through the wall. Well, that exceeded my expectations. He's very level-headed. Well, that's, what's her name in the background? Hilarious. Okay, we'll head for the door. Did you defeat the guy on the other side? No. Kill you. I'll kill you one day, I promise. I feel fully satisfied besides. Okay, so he just dipped. And now they're there. I'm slightly lost. When's the next time he uses Cloud Gouger? Oh, right here. Okay. Or maybe not. Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, he does use May right here. Or not May. What is it called? I forgot what this ability is called. Wait, what about after Cloud Gouger? After that, I can do a full-on May 1.7 more times. Doesn't sound good, but I'll use it carefully. Okay, let me just... I just need to look at the last time you used it so I can really understand what happens. Boy, ore farming? Okay, here it is. Okay, that was fast. When he utilizes the shockwaves for high speed movement and offense to this extent, a Yui or weak May isn't enough to parry. Only one left. I have to end this. May, bring it. Alright, so they're clashing, moving around. What's going on? Now. Try to hit that boy. Dash past him too easy. Move so fast he went right behind him again. Father. Oh, he doesn't even need to hit him. He can explode because of Dansenseki. Time's up. Let's get to that door. One is together. Okay. Okay, here it is. Fuck, this is what I've been waiting for. Damn. Okay, here it is. Fuck. Damn, that took forever. Okay, he can configure that space. He can do... Okay, so hero. Cloud Dodger, I know you're already out of strength. But as Roku Hero... But as Roku Hero property, pull it together. And then he... As it's already shattering, he says, pull it together, uses a Mei, and then does this crazy ass blast of lightning right here as he charges. And that's what this is right here. Okay, that's what this is. And then... Okay, so... Then it fades away. Okay, so this is when it fades away. That's when it fades away. Okay. Okay. Now, we're going to see this later again. We're going to see, like, Kagurabachi again, but... I don't really know how it came back, I'm not gonna lie. But okay, so that's what he was talking about. I just really need that concept because I was very confused. Okay, and you were able to course correct that katana, which had been compromised. Compromised from its true intent, whatever its true intent is supposed to be. All right, so he's right there. To face the past and connect it to the future, perhaps that was the purpose Roku here infused into the N10. That day, you were able to draw out that power. They are still distant figures. So look, he uses the goldfish. It swims to his hand. We need to have principles and accountability. The weight of malediction must have been heavy. Must have been that heavy. Then the Enten's true realm. Yeah, I'm committed to taking it on. Again, it goes right to his hand. With the N10, I'll destroy the Shinichi. Now, no, what's important here is that the goldfish swims to his hand, and all of a sudden in his hand appears the N10, which is the exact same thing that he just did this. Where did he do that? Right here. He just did this. We're gonna get look at it in a second, but or get look at the explanation, I think. But he just did that, right? Okay. Break the Shinichi. The N10 is the only enchanted blade Rokuhira made after the war. An enchanted blade capable of destroying the other enchanted blades. It's the kind of thing Rokuhira would think of, but get real. It's pure fantasy. Even against Toemune, you haven't as so much as nicked it. This is just the beginning. You aren't trying to become a swordsman, are you? No, I want to be a swordsmith, like my dad. Even if you did have that power, this burden is from the past. It's not yours to shoulder. I'm Kunishiki Rokuhira's son. I see. Right, he splashes upward. He's faster now. Alright, that boy moving. He already in position. I've never felt this level of ferocity. This time he's really going for the N10. But just like him, he teleported behind him, I think. He teleported behind him. Yeah, see, that's not speed alone. What he just did, don't tell me. Look, now these boys moving. Look, you see the little feathers and the goldfish by the water? Poof! Look who's there. Poof! It's the same as Crow. Is that a fundamental power of the Enten or Aka? It absorbed Tobemune's Crow without breaking the flow. I feel it. How much I'm synced up with the Enten. If I can't even scratch the Tobemune with Mr. Samuro wielding it, breaking the Shinichi is a far-fetched fantasy. I'll prove it. Just the Swordmaster and I have to die. It's the best and only way. The Enten's power. I'll show you how you can live. Okay, so I'm not really sure what without breaking the flow means, but essentially, where is it at? Aka, enchanted power, copy. Copies. So he copies, mind you, he does this like in the middle of battle, right? Copies Crow's ability and can swap places with scattered goldfish. Now, I probably have to go back again and like look at certain things, but yeah, he basically learns to scatter the goldfish a lot earlier, and then that becomes the building block for him even being able to do this and fight on par with Samura, right? So they clash right here. He says he can do this. He says this is a joke. Again, scattered feathers. They both hit the IY purity stance. Are you going to teleport again? Enough. Time for you to submit. And then he hits they both draw the blade. Beautiful panel. Beautiful panel. What a double spread. I love this. Mind you, he's still using the Shiki to enhance himself, and on top of that, he's using Kuro, scattering the goldfish around, and on top of that, he's using Aka to mimic the properties of Crow's spiritual or enchanted power, right? All right, so he slashed him. He knocks him back. He even drops his sword right here. He said he hit so hard, but I had to keep going. And look at his hand shaking. He shouldn't be able to wield his blade anymore. Again, it's a fantasy. It's over. When Samura wields the Tobemune, he has no blind spots. How do those feathers he uses for detection work? Similar to the Enten's goldfish, they can read the shape of anything they touch in I'm assuming that's supposed to say minute detail, but not minute detail. Minute detail. With regard to the surrounding environment, I think they can also detect temperature, sound, and airflow, giving him a natural sense of the space. So if the feathers don't detect us, we might be able to evade him. The Masumi's stealth techniques enable us to conceal heat, sound, noise, and hostile energy. We're able to eliminate nearly all traces of our presence to blend into the environment. I need to think about this for later, for something of my own. Even if he could detect us faintly by our physical displacement in the air, without vision for Mr. Samura, the Masumi might as well be ghosts, and this is where they show up. Unless he focuses on us intensely, we can vanish. We'll use that to strike and disappear. He grits his teeth. In this battle of enchanted blades, we alone have the power to intercede. And this right here is cool. So not only did he copy Crow's properties of swapping, but now he's about to copy Suzaku's property of healing, right? This is where they show up. And he uses Aka, Suzaku, I knew it. He's replicating my power. He's trying to heal his hand. Suzaku is brand new to him. He can't master the skill instantly. That wound took out bone, not just flesh. It'll take 10 to 20 seconds at the very least. The Masumi are trying to buy him time. Why so anxious? He's funny for that. Suzaku could heal your eyes. With sight, the Masumi would be powerless against you. Nonetheless, you're afraid to open your eyes to a future in which you go on living. I'm gonna write that down too. So I'm gonna write um 'To a world where world in which he goes on living. I'm gonna have to reorganize this, but chapter what? Is this still chapter 83? Is that chapter 84? It's chapter 84. Man, I got that one right. Kind of. Silence. I've already seen. I know what that future looks like. 3. The Masumi are Samura's strongest possible adversaries, but even so, they only managed to hold him for under 3 seconds. A mere moment. Sorry, no time to heal. No. You're failing to see something important. A mere moment, enough time to re-grip the sword. He didn't heal? He isn't trying to recover, he's pouring it all into an attack. Oh, okay. So he pulled up behind him. This nigga is so clean, bro. Yeah, so instead of healing his hand, he's pouring the flames into the technique, which is what he did at the start. We don't care how slashed up we get. I think he nicked it right here. Yeah. Shockwave. Then we see the slash, like the what's the word I'm looking for? The damn clash. I think he nicked the blade. Like he chipped it a little bit. I can't really tell fully. Yeah, he says it cracked. That proves it. I'll destroy the Shinushi with this power. So, Father, Suzaku, and then he healed the blade. He healed the blade, and he used Crow. A mass of feathers. Hey, we can't see anything. This is the same thing I used against Hirohiko. Yep. He fixed the crack, but won't open his eyes. He'd rather pretend not to see a path to love. Low-key, I might have to move that to the conviction. I'm gonna put that. Oh, wait. I'm gonna cut this. Put this here. And then I'm going to put, fix his crack. But won't open his eyes. He'd rather not see a path to live. So he's literally convicted in dying, right? Right? Convicted in dying. And I'm actually going to tab that and say convicted dying. Okay, right here, Path to Love, and then he uses Kuro, and he does the same thing. Just like Samuro, Chihiro uses spirit energy to flood the space. The air is dark with a mixture of feathers and goldfish. Only the two of them can detect their surroundings through spirit energy. And they both have their eyes closed. Just the two of them. They're both in the same stance. He's really not opening his eyes right now. That's kind of fire. It's kind of fire. Currently, Chihiro can use Akka to wield Crow. This field flooded with spirit energy is their arena. They can both use Crow to teleport anywhere within its bounds. I'll prove it as many times as I have to, Mr. Samura. You're not getting rid of me. We don't care how badly we get hurt. There's no way it's okay. All right, they're moving at speeds, and they're both clashing. You see how now this fight also does another thing that I think I didn't really notice before, is that of course Chihiro is copying Samura's abilities, and he's even copying his lack of eyesight, as he literally doesn't have his eyes open just like Samura. However, this directly goes back to earlier in the first stream where we saw that Chihiro intentionally uses Samura as his foundational model for improving his base level sword skills, right? But now he's taking that almost further and literally using his own sword's ability to copy to directly imitate the person he used as a model for improvement, right? I think that's so fire. It's like probably like top 3, top 5 fights in the series, not gonna lie. Just because of that. You're already covered in wounds. Even if you're determined, even if you hate that power, it's agonizing, isn't it? Gripping the N10. As long as you go on wielding the sword, the pain will always be there. The enchanted blades and eye are relics of a past you should put behind you. Enough, let go. You two don't need to be tormented by the past. Oh, you fucking slashed my nigga. You slashed my nigga. My nigga on the ground. Alright, she's running. He flying on some cool shit. Only I have to disappear along with the past. I'm going to be a swordsmith. From now on, live your own life. And boom, he switched places on some cool shit. I already am. All I'm doing is living as best I can. And it's because I have a past I'd rather die for than forget. Ooh, that's a bar. I'd rather die for than forget. I can fight with you. And she's running to meet with him, right? And he's like, damn, this nigga keeps spitting. There's nothing I want to throw away, even if it hurts. I'll trample over all of it and keep moving forward. No matter how long it takes. This is a fire panel right here. Now he's hesitating to grab his blade. And look, his daughter running, but he thinks it's his wife. Hey, when are you going to let go of the past and look toward the future? Yeah, I know. I already tried that, but in a future where I exist, Iori, I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you to look after her. Iori, thank you for protecting me. Now, the only thing about this I don't understand is, did this actually happen or not? I wasn't really sure if like he actually went in here or if this was like a sort of parallel to this moment right now, right? But obviously he finally heals his eyes, opens them, and says, and looks at his daughter and says, "You've really grown up." Okay, I'm probably gonna end the stream like right now, low key. Okay, but I'll just make a quick note right here. I'll just put opens eyes Okay, that was chapter 85. And then this is where he directly believes that he can do it. With the N10, you can do this, Chihiro. Okay. So it says it right here. Punch the shit out of him. Okay, so, and then I'm gonna put, and then he says, I'll just put, finally believes with the N10, Chihiro can break the Shin-uchi. Just put it like, wait, Shin-uchi. Bam. And then I'll just put chapter 86, right? Yeah, chapter 86. Chapter 86, okay. I might have to do another stream because I don't really think I'm done. But I got like the core of what I want for the video, so I probably don't. I might not have to, if I'm being honest with you. Okay, so to end this stream off, now we didn't have any of this here. We didn't have any of this. We didn't have any of this. We didn't have a lot of things here, so we added some to the art thing. We added character exposition, a lot of notes here. I already went over this, but now we have his conviction. I'm probably gonna have to fix this up, but I think at least these two right here, they sort of confirm his conviction and his willingness to, you know, hold to what he thinks is the proper way, right? He's afraid to heal his eyes and open them to a world in which he goes on living, right? Because he wants to die. He thinks he and the sword master have to die, right? So he won't heal his eyes and open them, right? And then on top of that, he fixes the crack that Chihiro is able to cause, and then it's added on that he'd rather not see a path to live. So he literally fixes the crack instead of healing his eyes because he'd rather not open them to what can be, right? To what is being told to him, right? And that's why I added right here, convicted in dying, aka okay. Wait, it's supposed to say truly, aka truly okay with dying, right? And then we have rebirth. So this is where he's shown the light and the truth that there's another way, right? So we added some notes about Chihiro. Chihiro is very important in all of this, but the character focus is more on Samura than it is Chihiro, but Chihiro is relevant in revealing these later moments, right? So we have Chihiro mentions the idea of finding another way that doesn't involve killing the bearers. That's the introduction of that moment. And then he actually says destroying the Shinuchi, which is mentioned by, so say by Chihiro. By Chihiro in chapter 83. And then we have Chihiro is Kunishiki's guiding light, and so he and the Enten are the other way, right? As in, with the Enten, Chihiro can actually destroy the Shinuchi, right? Because he was able to do it with he was able to do it against Cloud Gouger and Soga, and on top of that, Kunishiki was in a dark place after the war, but his very son was the guiding light, and because of that guiding light, Kunishiki was able to create something that could do what he didn't think he could before, right? So yes, and then we have finally, he opens his eyes, which is the previous chapter we just looked at. He opens his eyes to the present moment where he looks at his daughter, finally accepting, you know, kind of what is and the future ahead. And then on top of that, we have finally believes that with the Enta, Chihiro can break the Shinuchi. That's supposed to say Shinuchi. I don't know why I put you right there. So, of course, I think his character exposition comes in 4 stages. I think we learned about his blindness like sooner rather than later. But I thought it was more relevant in some of the chapters leading up to this. Maybe it'll be more relevant afterward. I don't really remember, but I'll probably have to fix this up initially because there are moments where, outside of these last two, where it feels like his continued conviction out, like he's still willing to fight and kill Chihiro to take the fucking Enten as a whole, right? So he obviously he literally evolves. Oh, I should add the fact that he evolves his power to be able to kill the sword bearers and resurrect them, right? And only he and the sword master will actually die, right? So I should also add that, because if his conviction wasn't so firm in that, he wouldn't be able to achieve that level with his powers, right? I think the guilt is good enough. If I just word it properly within the video, it should be fine. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this part or this part. I'm not sure how I'm gonna word it, but I think this part's, so for the most part, is good. I'll take this part of the stream, listen to it back so that I can understand like what I need to add for this part. Maybe need to fix up this part, and then when I actually do the video, of course, this will be different. It's like won't be as short as it is. But then Chihiro's part is pretty good as well. I want to look more at the abilities he uses, but I'll do that on my own time and just kind of go through like the wiki or something to kind of see every moment he actually does something different, where it's introduced, and I'll just kind of cross-reference that, apply it here, and properly get the proper context for why he actually can or has to evolve his power in that way, right? And then we also have his capacity for self-reflection, which I think is a really good aspect of his character, right? So like all these things are very important. All these things are good. I think for the most part, this is like a good base to start at. But yeah, I think this was pretty cool. I don't think I really need to do another stream, but like I guess I could if I have time. I have work tomorrow, so I probably won't stream. Probably won't stream if I'm being honest with you. I know I work really early too, so. But yeah, appreciate y'all for showing up. Shout out to Tekken. Had some great Tekken runs earlier. Oh my gosh, I feel like a different nigga on Tekken these days. Shout out to y'all for showing up and just chilling while I, evaluate the series I'm enjoying. Behind the scenes, creating a video I really wanted to do for a little minute, getting those blueprints set up. Y'all have a good afternoon, man. What's today? Thursday, right? Yeah, today's Thursday. Y'all have a great afternoon. Who knows what I'm gonna do? Probably gonna eat something, get some water. Might play a game. I don't know. It's kind of cooling right now, but appreciate y'all for being here, man. As always, the VOD will be up just in case y'all want to watch this again for whatever reason. If they don't flag me, they didn't flag the last one. I'm good on the last one. They might flag this one. Who knows? But the VOD should be up as soon as the stream ends, and within 24 hours, I'm gonna throw some ads on there. But I'm gonna catch y'all. Y'all have a good one, man.